Hello, my family and friends. We are actually doing a day later on the coffee tea time, and so we're actually doing tea, and this is an interesting tea I want to share with you. So we're going to start our day with some tea and do some catch up because we got some catching up to do. Welcome, my family and friends, and this is Parton's Heritage Homestead. My name is Carrie, and we are a Mediterranean homestead. I continue to keep saying this because we do here lately have new folks coming in. Those who have been family with us for nearly 2 years, all I could say is, welcome home. I love y'all dearly, and I love everybody that comes to this channel. If you happen to like what you see here, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that like button so we can keep going. Now, to get all those formalities out of the way, I first want to start this by saying thank you, Hillary. I got the most cutest little surprise in my mailbox the other day. I get to finally leave the house after that incident with my knee. It is still down, but not as bad. Every day we're improving. So I got to drive my truck, which, by the way, y'all, my truck is not an automatic. It's straight shift. So when you got a left knee that works the clutch and it don't work, you don't move. So I just now got to get out, and basically I've been not staying home as much right now, but I need to. I need to stop going out so much. But anyways, I went to the mailbox and I got the most adorable surprise ever. Hillary, thank you again. We have this cute little, this is so cute little bee, and I hang it up here in my kitchen with my basket. I have done, if y'all ain't noticed, I'm sure you have, I've done some redecorating in my kitchen, and over here in this corner, I'll try to swing you around and let you see it, but I have this little rack that usually holds like pots and pans and stuff. Well, this is holding baskets that represents kind of like an Italian old farmhouse type thing. So, and yes, the curtains are coffee. I'll also show you the other side of the window and show you what we done. And on top of the little bee that she got me, y'all, she recognized my corgi in the most cutest way ever. I and this reminds me of my Bootsy, my little blonde corgi. He is a little ham, and this is so perfect. So it says here, I just really like corgis, and I do. I adore corgis, hence the reason why I have them. So I have my coffee and my corgis, and yeah, so this was perfect. Absolutely adorable. Thank you so much. I kind of had a smile when I opened that up, and I couldn't help it. So anyways, let me go ahead before I get anywhere else and show you a couple of the other things I was talking about and what we did different, so we can get back to what we're going to talk about today and get some catching up to do. Okay, y'all, that's going to be a little dark, but that's the new kitchen windows right there. So we did that one, and then I'm going to swing you around. That's the close-up of what the new curtains for the cabinets look like. Y'all, I can only look at chickens for so long, and I've looked at my chickens for 3 years. It was time, seriously, for a change. And overlook the busyness there, but this right here is the piece I was talking about. And in here I have lemons, in here I have limes, and I'm looking for more baskets because I am going to be hanging baskets all over this. I could use them, and I'll show you why. I love my herbs, so I keep them, and some of them I get an abundance of where I can dry them. So yeah, those help have baskets when I could air dry them, and then I keep my fresh fruits and vegetables on my counter too. So I love my baskets, so I got to start hunting a lot more baskets. And this I set up for my new coffee station because I absolutely love my coffee. Maybe it don't love me so much. I got to learn to cut back on it, but I ain't getting rid of my coffee. I love my coffee, so this is what I have done to change my kitchen, and I'm happy with this. Okay, y'all, so that's the catch up on the kitchen side of what I've been up to. So, and that's the reason why I kind of missed yesterday's coffee time, because I was actually busy trying to get this finished. And so we're doing this today. I am working, and I did say I'm working on another sourdough starter number 3. It's been a challenge, y'all. We're still hot, we're still humid. Temps today is supposed to be registered with humidity up to 106. Y'all, I'm ready for fall. I am over this heat. But I don't want to sound ungrateful. We do need some rain. We are at a moderate drought right now. We definitely need some rain. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready. I'm even looking through right now for Mediterranean foods for the fall. I did try a really cool soup yesterday. I've never in my life have I tried a cold soup. And so I tried a cucumber avocado soup that was, holy smokes, good. And I served it with a small dish of olive oil with dipping seasonings in it and a piece of sourdough, and I was content. It was refreshing for a summer. So, and it had avocados in it, it had cilantro in it, it had yogurt and cucumbers, a lot of pepper shrimp on the top of it, and it was amazing. And there was something else. That's exactly what we're going to talk about with what I'm drinking today in this tea. There are times, especially those who are just getting into the Mediterranean, I'm one of them, and honestly this I could see working if you were low carb, and I can understand why some of this you wouldn't use low carb, but I could say you probably could, y'all. Some of these are used even in that. I've eaten this stuff on low carb, so this will work. But there's a thing called bloating. Especially those of us who eat beans on the Mediterranean, when your body gets used to it, you don't bloat so much. But for right now, yes. And so I started looking into this as comfort, I guess. But not only did I look into it, I started trying it. Now, Recipe Minute, or Mediterranean Minute with Caroline from Spain. This is where I got my information, was through her. And I thought, this cannot be possible, honestly, because, you know, you watch so much stuff on YouTube and you wonder, is this really possible? Is it not? Y'all, I'm going to tell you, I have been doing this silently for a week now since learning this, and I have eaten my beans, and I'm going to tell you right now, I had lost bloat weight by ounces, and I was like, wow, okay, and I don't feel so tight anymore. So I'm going to share this with you in case you just get those discomfort feelings at times. So the first one, which is my tea, it's like a refreshing, basically, tea that helps reduce bloating and everything. And so what is in here, and you're just gonna have to go, I go based by, I don't know, by taste, small amounts, I guess. But I used, now for me, I used a tea bag, a green tea, which green tea is another one good for bloating, by the way. Green tea and jasmine is my mix on that. It was a tea bag. To that, I used fresh ginger, some fennel seeds, and some fresh mint. And I'm using spearmint. And I made this concoction of tea. And y'all, this is refreshingly good. I mean, it's really good. I love it. I am learning to drink more tea than water. I mean, I like water, but y'all, I need to be committed to it, and I don't want to drink coffee all day long. Although I love my Colombian coffee every morning, so I can't break from that. But I am learning to control how much of it I drink, and I don't want to drink it all day long, so I'm switching over to teas. Now, the food sources, and this is where I said, basically, when we were low carb, I was eating this too, but I never thought about mixing them together. So one is cottage cheese and berries. The mixture between the two of them, and it comes down to probiotics, gut health. That's where debloating comes from, is actually your gut health. So cottage cheese and berries as a snack is pretty good at, it works. It's been working for me too. Number 2, now this is not on the low carb, but fantastic for Mediterranean, and that would be some slices of pears, a handful of crushed pistachios, a sprinkle of goat cheese, and drizzle of honey. And you could use that as a snack as well, or, you know, a dessert or whatever. And that is supposed to be on the list for removing bloat. And you can even actually eat a handful of pistachios. Not only does it remove this and good for your gut health, but it also turns around, y'all, and adds so much nutrients and vitamins to your body. Now, the cottage cheese, I would not do no more than a half a cup. We don't want to get a whole big bowl of this stuff, y'all. We do moderations. Number 3 would be tzatziki sauce, which, if you're not familiar with that, this is a cucumber yogurt sauce that goes on gyros, Gyro, or gyros, others known it as. So that and some pita chips. The probiotics from the yogurt is fantastic for your stomach, and it helps with the gut health. I have been absolutely doing this one right here, and this is Green Goddess dip with vegetables. Now, the Green Goddess dip also has a lot of herbs, seasonings, and yogurt, and y'all, my stomach, I don't even have heartburn anymore. It has removed my heartburn. My stomach doesn't feel so bloated anymore. I don't feel bloated anymore, and actually I feel a little bit better than I was, because I've been wrestling between low carb and Mediterranean, and I had to put the brakes on and finally do one or the other because this was not working. So I chose Mediterranean, and my husband is low carb. So we kind of, and he does some of the Mediterranean with me, but not a lot. So we do a lot of his and hers, but we make it work. Dark chocolate. This is not low carb, y'all, but dark chocolate and strawberries dipped in strawberries dipped in dark chocolate is another small time snack. You don't need a whole lot of it, but you want that dark chocolate to be at least 70% to 80%. Or just a small block. And that's what I do. If I get a sweet tooth edge, I found it, how can one, okay, here's my train of thought, y'all. I'm a foodie, right? You're gonna tell me one small little block is gonna satisfy a foodie like me. Come on. I was surprised. It really does. There's just something in that chocolate that satisfies instantly. It's rich, it's creamy, and it's amazing. And I thought it would be super bitter at 70%, but I was surprised. And it took that edge off for wanting something sweet. And then the final one that I actually enjoy. Now, I took from the list the things that I enjoyed, and not all of it, just so you know this. So these were from my list, and I have done this one every night for a week, basically, is kiwi. Kiwi is also known, they say, to help you sleep, and I don't know if that's the truth or not, but I've been sleeping pretty well. So, but what I do is after dinner is I'll have my dessert. I'll peel my kiwi, slice it up, and I'll eat it. And y'all, if that little bitty fruit is the one that's helping me through what I am doing now and how I'm feeling, then hallelujah to a kiwi, because that bad boy's good. So I actually ran out and I had to go get some more. So I wanted to share this with you in case some of you are on the Mediterranean with me. You're just getting started. You're trying some of these bean recipes that I have, and oh, hallelujah, glory to be. I have a bean recipe for you all. It's an anti-inflammatory that I have to share with you that I found, and it is my go-to. I thought the one from the Mediterranean dish, the garlic parmesan white beans, was fantastic. I thought the kale and garlic from the Spain on a fork butter beans were amazing. Oh Lord, y'all, I found a butter bean that is over the top, so addicting. You got to be extremely careful not to eat the whole dab burned pot by yourself. So I did. I had to seriously control myself because I just couldn't do it. I had to push myself away from this. It was that freaking good. So we are going to make it because that'll probably be, I don't know, we might do that one for Authentic Friday. I've got my Friday changing anyways, so and I'm looking to come back live Friday nights about 7:30. So but yeah, we might do that one tomorrow. So that sounds like a really good recipe to do this with. It like I said, it's an anti-inflammatory. So let me make sure here though. I don't believe I've done that one yet. I did, however, learned another thing that I'm going to make and teach you all is, hang on a second here. I want to make sure, see, don't believe I did this one. Oops. Didn't want to make that noise. I'm just trying to check into this right quick. Yeah, we didn't do this one. So I already did show you the pickled onions, and y'all, that's another, it's like a probiotic for your stomach. You can use it more than just that kofta recipe, so I'm eating it for whatever. I even eat them on sandwiches. So I love it, and that's the one I want to keep in my refrigerator. However, I just found out, and I'm going to have to look that recipe up, but there is a recipe where I can literally can these pickled onions on my shelf. So I'm going to look into that. This is something new, but I don't know. I kind of like the refrigerated kind. I like that crisp, cold taste to them. So, and they'll stay in there for quite a while. So I may just opt to do that one instead. But that is a staple I want to keep, like a pantry staple on my shelf. It has definitely got to stay on hand anytime I want it. So, and I could see eating my beans with that and a side, which I am fixing to make. Today I've got tortillas to make, and I've got some naan bread or pita bread, and so I could see using that pita. I'm wanting to make some pita sandwiches for lunch, which reminds me, so egg salad, chicken salad, tuna salads. These are amazing salads for summer, which we are currently in at the moment. I will come up with some stuff for the winter, I promise y'all. But for right now, I ran into something today at the store, and I've been learning more. Y'all, as I get deeper and deeper and deeper into the Mediterranean, I'm finding so many new things that I'm getting excited. Y'all, not only do I have a fresh look behind me in my kitchen, but I have a fresh look in my heart, in my mind, in my spirit. I'm excited to get into my kitchen anymore. I reached a point where, like my chicken curtains, I was getting bored. It was getting too heavy. Low carb work. I lost a lot of weight, but it is a very heavy way of living. And though I had energy, it was just, I was getting bored of it. And I knew, not only did my doctor tell me I had to stop losing weight, but there was a scary point for me because I never thought about ever getting off of low carb. And then there was this factor, well, what do I do when I noticed that I was gaining weight fast as I took it off? That was one of the fastest weight loss methods I had ever seen in my entire life, was doing low carb. But it raised my cholesterol levels so high that I had to back off, and I was losing weight super fast for as tall as I am, nearly 6 foot tall. So I started looking into, I thought honestly how I got here to full Mediterranean is I tried to go back to somewhat of my old life, and that was clearly not working. And I just didn't like it. It didn't taste good anymore. And I knew there had to be something. I honestly prayed about this, y'all. I received a prayer bowl, and I used that prayer bowl. And that's where I said, I reached my point. I know that I know that I know where I have to be, and that is right here. So as I dig deeper and further, I'm learning about foods I didn't know. This is one. Now, this has been in my grocery store, I really have no idea how long. I have avoided tuna in oil, and there's a really good reason for that. To me, it just didn't taste good. So for many, many, many years, over 25 years, the only tuna fish I ever ate was in water. That is until today. As I went into further, Spain on a Fork, which I absolutely love that channel, has been introducing me to tuna in olive oil. And I'm sitting there watching him thinking, no way, they cannot be here. It's got to only be in Spain or in the Mediterranean Sea. But, to my surprise, I do. And I got excited. However, I will tell you, this stuff is not cheap. 4 cans was like $8. Wow. But I also tried it. Now they have, this was from Starkist, and it's got extra virgin olive oil that the tuna's in. They have just the plain one, and then they have another one that's got lemon and dill. This is the one I tried for lunch today, and holy smokes, that changed every aspect about tuna I have ever known. So this is going in my pantry, y'all. I am going to make sure just like olive oil, that this is the type of tuna. This one, the flavored one and the non-flavored one, are going in my pantry. Also, the juices from this, you can use it for salad dressings or anything like this as well. It is usable. If you have a seafood dish, you can use the olive oil that comes from the tuna and use it. So you've got two sources out of one can. I thought that was pretty cool. So maybe it's just me, but it tastes amazing. So I have something else besides my tuna and water. I have some amazing flavor, and so I am going to add this to my pantry. We also, hang on, I got something to show you, because I told you when this came in, we are going to share together, and we are absolutely going to share, because now I can extend further, more accurately to you without screwing this up, and what your pantry and all should be able to have in it. Now, mind you, this is just samples. This is not just do what do all this and that. But these are examples of what you can do if you are working the Mediterranean lifestyle with me. If you are set on living healthier, then I'm going to give you the resources I have that's keeping me healthier. So let me get that book. Alright, y'all. First of all, I will tell you, I am not whatsoever being promoted by this. The only reason I'm fixing to mention this to you is the simple fact is I think it's a really good resource. If I didn't, I would have never bought it. Because I'm at the point now, I'm not just going to buy anything, and I'm not going to just, well, it's not technically, if I'm promoting it or whatever, I'm not just going to speak about anything if it's not worth it. So money is valuable these days, and even for me. I mean, we've had a big change in our life right now, so I get it. And so I'm very cautious about what I'm doing anymore. But this book, now, like I said, this is from Mediterranean Minutes. That's her channel. And Caroline is an amazing teacher for the Mediterranean. She is very thorough on her lessons. She'll do some recipes, but she teaches more about the Mediterranean, the true Mediterranean, than from a Mediterranean side of the sea, from Spain, than we know here in the United States. So, and I have put her information to use, and y'all, it is absolutely working for me. So I'm going to share this, but she just came out with a book, and it's this one right here, and you can actually find this on Amazon. It's Everyday Mediterranean 30-Day Kickstart Plan. This book is so thorough. In here she's got planners. I mean, she gives you an example for 30 days. It's amazing. And in a solid month, she will give you recipes, or not recipes, but I'll tell you, it's like this. A menu, that's it. She's giving you a menu for 30 days. Now, this is just a guideline, but from breakfast, snacks, lunch, snacks, and dinner. This, I mean, it's full detailed. Here's your example for one of the breakfasts is omelet, 2 eggs, spinach, 1 cup, feta cheese, 1 tablespoon, 300 calories, which that sounds really amazing to me. And then she's got a snack here for Greek yogurt, 3/4 cup, non-fat, 120 calories, topped with some raspberries, 1/4 cup, 30 calories. It's 160 calories right there for your snack. Then she's got a turkey sandwich, whole wheat bread, turkey breast, tomatoes, mustard, and so the list goes on this. And she does this for 30 days with you. This is amazing. I've not seen this. And y'all, this is authentically from the Mediterranean, not here at all. Even the chart. There's a chart in here that she drew up. It's wow. Okay, so she asks you questions before you get started, and basically is, what is your goal for this? But I mean, she gives you clear charts on this. Look at that one right there. That's the Mediterranean chart right there. And then she gives you micronutrient targets, such as, okay, calorie target of 1,000. You want at least, let's see, what is this? Table shows a Mediterranean diet of 52% carbs, 18% protein, 32% fat. But micronutrient ranges may differ on personal needs and your age. Protein needs increase 20 to 50% to maintain healthy muscle mass. So she gives you and breaks it down. She's got calorie target 1,000. You want 500 calories in carbs, 138 grams in carbs. Protein calories is 140, and then in grams it's 35, and fat calories is 340, and in grams it's 38. I mean, she's that thorough, y'all. And then look at this. Look at that chart right there. That chart is so much different than our pyramid. I mean, it's so detailed. It's really self-explanatory. Our pyramid does not look like this. And what I've learned in the Mediterranean pyramid also, it specifies gathering. It is vitally important, they say, to gather, and so to communicate. It blew my mind. So she gives you list of eat this, not that, and she's realistic about it. I mean, she gives you the kitchen list, and I'm going to go over some of that with you. She also gives you, oh, now this is what I love. Okay, so from A to Z in this book, it is an ingredient micronutrients, starting with asparagus. The serving size of 1 cup, y'all, this is amazing. The serving size of 1 cup of asparagus is 27 calories, 3 proteins, 0.2 fat, and 5.2 carbs. She has broke down everything you could think of into this chart from A to Z. So if you ever wondered what you wanted or whatever, it's in here for the most part. Not everything, but for the most part it is. As far as seafood and meat, she's got anchovies, beef, lamb, chicken and pork, salmon and trout, sardines, shrimp and shellfish, tuna, whitefish. Yeah, that's pretty much. Beef would fall under any type of beef, whether it be steak, whether it be hamburger, any of that. Which reminds me, we are actually having fajitas. So, and I'm making tortillas, homemade, fresh milled for that one, and everything fresh for the fajitas. So she gives you your own information at the end to write down your notes and all that. But what I am going to go over with you a little at a time is going to be the pantry list if you are ready for the Mediterranean. So we will probably do that on our live on Friday. So bring paper, pen and pencil, and get ready to take this chart down. If you're not buying this book, I will try to help you out at least on that part. But I will encourage you to have this book on hand because it is extremely helpful. It will take the confusion that you have and make it clarified by a lot of things from this book. It has helped me in ways to understand what the Mediterranean is really like versus what I'm taught here. Look, y'all, some of the Mediterranean food that I have seen in a group that I actually left, they were using foods from the low carb side and calling it the Mediterranean, and this is not true. So it can get very confusing when people do this. I am learning, and that's the reason why I told you we have Authentic Fridays when it comes to cooking in the kitchen, because I am learning true Mediterranean foods from those in the Mediterranean, whether it be on the side of Jerusalem or the other side of Greek and Italy. So just the whole Mediterranean Sea, I'm learning authenticity, and I will share that with you. I like real, and I don't want to be served something and said it's this when it's clearly not. Because look, some of you are on this lifestyle because it's a healthier choice. You're not looking to lose weight, it's just healthier choices. Some of you are on this lifestyle because you are looking to lose some weight, but slowly. That's me. I will lose it or maintain is my main goal. I want to maintain, and so far, y'all, I have maintained very, very well, and I have eaten my carbs, although I limit how much. See, that's the thing. People look at, oh, they eat pasta and they eat bread. Yes, they do. Yes, I do. However, what is not being told is it's not in large sums. There is a limit, and there is a portion size that this is able to happen. So I'm hoping I'm clearing any misconceptions or any confusion to this lifestyle. That is my goal. So I've had a lot of those confusions to the point I almost jumped off of this lifestyle and just thought, if I'm going to do this, I'm just going to go back to my old ways, and I can't. I don't want to, and I can't. I don't like the way the food tastes. So I want to stay where I'm at. It just meant for me to do what God had me to do, why He saved me in the first place 4 years ago, is to teach you, dig deep, start studying, take all my notes that I write day after day and share it with you. Bring clarity. And I also, because of this, y'all, I'm actually feeling pretty honored. I have some folks here in my town who are looking to learn more about it themselves, and that is really cool. So I'm actually making up some tool books and all for them, and I am creating a recipe book to get them started. We're here, you have me to do that for you right here on hand. So that's why I love my family. We're not very big, but you know what? We will grow, and when we do, we just open our arms and we just say, welcome home, because when we sup together, we know that we're eating healthier, and it's true, very true, authentics. So that's a catch up for y'all. So I will be, like I said, I needed a topic for our family get together night. So the topic will be our kitchen pantry with the Mediterranean products that I'm learning from Caroline. And some of these I started putting in my pantry, and some I've already been doing. So I'm just going to add to it. So this is what I'm going to share with you, because a lot of you like to know, well, what do I get? What do I, where do I start? What do I do? So I'm going to help you do that. Because some of us, we are homesteaders. Maybe we are changing our lifestyle. Just like me, I am a homesteader, and I prepare, and I have a pantry. But I want to make sure that what I have is going to be good for my lifestyle and not useless. So I'm making sure that I have, even if it's his and hers, I'm making sure I have what I need in my pantry at all times. So I'm going to share that with you. Okay, y'all. So at that point, I am going to get off of here. I've got some tortillas to make, and we will be back again tomorrow. I am going to make you that bean recipe because, y'all, I could taste it again, and I can absolutely enjoy this. And I'm ready for another batch of it. So, and you will, I promise you, this is going to be a bean. I have never been a bean type of person, just like the zucchinis. I have never been a bean type of person. But the 3 recipes, the first 2 that I mentioned, those have been my go-to. And then when I found that 3rd one, it was game over, y'all. Game over, I'm telling you. So, and I want to make some naan bread instead of using sourdough for that tomorrow. I'd rather use some fresh milled naan, so, or even a pita bread. So I'm going to be making some of that to go with it because I dip my bread in olive oil. I don't butter it. I don't do anything else. If I did anything else, I would spread labneh on it, and that would be about it. So, and then I like to snack. I do. If I want to snack, I will snack on my green goddess and vegetables. It's yummy. So, yeah, we got a lot to share. But until then, we'll come back. I love you. And until next time, much love from Parton's Heritage Homestead.